for me, the players are getting an easy ride. That's what I think. I think, I mean, where do I lay the blame at for this? It's difficult. I mean, I actually lay the blame at the board, and secondly, the players. The players wanted Angelo Alessio out of this club. They had a revolt. I mean, they can say it's unproven, blah, blah, blah. We all know it. We all know it. That's what happened. They wanted him out. They got what they wanted. We were fifth in the table. Since then, the form has been shocking. We've went through a full year of this, and I think we've won 8 games in the league since then. It's shocking. Form's terrible. And that lies at the players' door. It was them that wanted him out. And I also partially blame the board because the board listened to the players. The board is the top. The players don't rule the club, and we're paying the price for that now. We've got a manager in there that's, in my opinion, too pally with the players, and we've not got someone in there that's going to discipline them enough. And it shows in the number of mistakes we've made, we've not learned from. It shows in the number of red cards we've had. It shows all over the place. And for me, we need to change it.
So you're saying that the fault lies at the door of the players and partially the board as well. So you're saying that the fault doesn't lie at the feet of the manager, or he's to blame partly as well?
The manager's obviously... No, the manager shouldn't be the manager. He shouldn't be there. Of course, I blame the manager for the performances, but the players on the board asked for this. This is what they asked for. This is what they got. Alex Dyer at the start wasn't even wanting the job. Do you not remember the first 3 games? He lost all 3 and he was like, I'm not sure if I want this. And then he got the job. And he never should have got it. He never should have got it. You know, I feel for Alex a wee bit. He's a nice guy. He's a great guy. They love him at the Kilmarnock. He's a nice guy. He's done a lot for the club as a coach alongside Steve Clarke, but he was never a manager. And how he ended up with the job and how he still got the job is beyond me. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, and I can tell you why I don't think he's a manager. I mean, look at that. How many times have we said this? Nicky Kabamba up front in his own. It isn't working. Why is he not changing it? Why are we constantly playing so negatively? Negative football, week in, week out. So defensive, so scared to lose. And you know what happens every single week? We lose 1-0, or we lose 2-0, or we don't make a change to the 70th minute, and by then it's too late. How many times have we said it? And I tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised again today if this game dribbles out at 0-0 to about the hour mark, the 70th minute, and we end up conceding and lose the game again. I would not be surprised.
So you think that under a sort of proper manager, if you will, today, that after half-time, when the players come back out, there'd either be a change of shape or a change of personnel and a change of formation?
I don't even think we'd be playing a 4-5-1 in the first place. Like, let's not forget, this is a very similar team to what we had 2 years ago under Steve Clarke. Tishbola's there, Malumbu's there, Buck's there, McKenzie's there, Power's there, Dicker's there, Finlay, Broadfoot. I mean, the bulk of the team, the bulk of the squad is still there. Okay, we've lost a couple of key players, Jordan Jones and Greg Stewart. But even when Jordan Jones and Greg Stewart weren't playing for Killie, we still finished third in the league. We're still pushed on towards the end of the season. Greg Taylor might be a bit of a loss as well, right? But let's not forget, we've gone from playing teams like Livingston, Ross County, Hamilton at home, and running over the top of them and literally hammering them with about 30 shots on goal to their 5, to playing a 4-5-1 against Livingston at home. What are we doing? Why are we doing this? Why are we playing this formation? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
How many times this season are we going to play negative football? We played Hibs, right? Here at Rugby Park, lost 1-0, created nothing and lost the game 1-0. We then played Aberdeen, changed the formation 4-4-2, but still everybody behind the ball, created absolutely nothing, lost the game 1-0. How many times here at Rugby Park are we going to play a 4-5-1 or play extremely defensive and lose a game 1-0 and create nothing?
Is that down to a lack of confidence as well, though, in the players and in the management, that they don't want to just go for it because they're scared of just being absolutely ripped apart at the back?
I think it's a lack of confidence in the players, yes, but I think it's less to do with confidence and more to do with the way they've been asked to play and the way they've been set up. There's too much focus on the defensive shape for me. I mean, and there's too much focus on playing a long ball up to Nicky Kabamba and Eamon Brophy. Like, previously, even last season, there was glimpses under Alex Dyer of Kilmarnock playing nice stuff with Kabamba and Brophy together up front. Even to this season, 4-0 against Dundee United. We played nice stuff that day. But gradually, it's been getting worse and worse and worse, more defensive by the day. And maybe there's a wee bit of what you said earlier on during the first half about Alex Dyer being too concerned to lose games because his job's on the line. Maybe there's a bit of that. What do you think? I mean, that's just me just going
Yeah,
on
well,
a bit of a rant here.
I'll keep playing devil's advocate with you. Under Steve Clarke, one of the main reasons we were so successful was because of our defensive abilities and our ability not to lose goals. You can see that Alex Dyer is trying to do the same here, trying to get us solid, but we just don't have the same players going forward as we did back then. As you say, key players, Jordan Jones, Greg Stewart, Greg Taylor as well, getting forward is a big miss. So what is he meant to do? Is he meant to come out and try and go more attacking but then be more vulnerable at the back? He's sort of stuck between what's worked for him and for Clarke in the past and just trying to create his own sort of way of doing things that maybe just isn't working out.
But for me, I don't think... I agree with you. We've not got someone that will unlock a defence. We've not had that since January 2019 when Greg Stewart left and Jordan Jones stopped playing. But Kilmarnock still won games in that 5 months after that. Angelo Alessio was still winning games.
Yeah, you got to remember though, after the January transfer window when Greg Stewart left, we went on a horrendous run
but we picked up
5, 6, 7, 8 games where we never picked up points.
But we did pick up, and Angelo Alessio took a team that was even worse without Nicky Kabamba even in there. It was just Brophy, and we're fifth in the league when he gets sacked. We're still getting results. The key thing is the result at the end of the day. But it was defensive what Angelo Alessio did. It was, but it was getting results. This is the exact same with no results at all. This is terrible. And for me, it's simple. Stop playing a long ball up to strikers. It doesn't matter if you play two strikers or one striker. If you isolate your strikers, you're not going to create anything.
Yeah, fair enough. If you've got someone there that can win headers and get knockdowns and hold up the ball, we just don't. Yeah,
we don't. So why does he keep doing it? Change it. Get two strikers up there. Get the team 10 yards higher up the park and try and beat the opposition. Like we're at home here. See if we pin the opposition back in their own final third. They're not going to create many chances, are they? Sometimes the best method of defence is to attack and get on the front foot and pin Livingston back. You know, see when we've not got the ball. See when we've not got the ball and Livingston's got the ball, we should be pressing them, making sure they've got no time at all in that ball, winning that ball back, pressing them from the front, getting that ball off them so that we're winning it 10 yards inside the Livingston half of the pitch and getting right on top of them and pinning them back. We're not doing that.
Yeah, you can bet that all the Kilmarnock fans that are watching from home will have their eyes trained on that tunnel when the players come back out, and they'll be expecting. They probably won't be expecting. They'll not be expecting a change.
There won't be.
But there should be a change, and that's the difference. That's why there's no faith in the manager, because at this point, almost any other manager would make that change, and he won't.
The reason I say there won't be a change is because there hasn't been a change in the last 8 weeks to the style of the way we've played. There hasn't been, I'm saying 8 weeks at all this season, really. A couple of times, right? Even the Rangers game here, right? And I know it's Rangers, right? For 70 minutes, we sat and watched them play football and just were happy to lose the game 1-0. The last 20 minutes, we get 10 yards high up the park, pressed them from the front, and what did Rangers do in the last 10 minutes? They took off a midfielder and brought on a defender and put 5 at the back, and we pinned them back. And we actually looked like we might create something and nick a point. Like, why are we not doing that from the outset? Maybe not against Rangers, right? But against these teams at home, the bottom 6 sides, your traditional bottom 6, your Livingstons, your Hamiltons, your Dundee United, your Motherwells. I mean, only really Hibs and Aberdeen are the two teams you'd sit here and go, oh, maybe we should be a wee bit more passive, maybe not be attacking as much. But that's just what I think. As the teams come out anyway, here at Rugby Park for the second half.